I still got it. Get something you'll love at the Happy Honda Day sales event, where all 2015 models come standard with a rear-view camera.
Are your tires ready for the snow, ice, and freezing rain? Then get to Town Fair Tire, because nobody sells brand name snow and all-season tires for less than Town Fair Tire, guaranteed. Plus, you'll always get free mounting, free flat repair, free tire rotation, free snow tire changeover, and a free front wheel alignment. For the guaranteed lowest price on name brand winter tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens-Corning Basement Finishing System. Did you know installing drywall can take months? But our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-BASEMENT now for a free video and design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens-Corning.
Every table deserves a Table Talk pie. Table Talk pies, baked right here in Worcester with the tastiest, freshest ingredients from across the country. Wild blueberries from Maine, New York State apples, California peaches, all baked inside our golden, flaky, tender crust. Grab a snack pie for now and a family pie for later. It's just like you're a kid again. Doesn't your table deserve a Table Talk pie? Table Talk pies, America's favorite pie since 1924.
He made his mark on television and in film, but his greatest impact happened off the stage. When Danny Thomas founded St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, he proved how powerful giving back can be. This holiday, during the Mazda Drive for Good event, take a test drive and we'll pledge an hour of our time serving the community. Buy any new Mazda and we'll donate $150 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital or these charities. Because giving back is the Mazda way.
Right now at 6, breaking news. Al-Qaeda releasing a video overnight threatening an American hostage.
The time for remorse would have been when my husband was yelling to breathe.
Emotions running high as protests break out across the country in reaction to a grand jury decision not to indict a police officer in a choking hold death.
And a backup in the O'Neill Tunnel causing a chain reaction crash. Look at this morning. What can be done to keep you safe?
And honoring the late Mayor Menino for his commitment to the community.
Live from the Channel 4 studios in Boston, WBZ News in the Morning starts right now.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Bree Season.
And I'm Catherine Hauser. It is Thursday. We're getting so close to the weekend. At least that's what all eyes on the prize. That's what we say around here.
Got so much to do this weekend, too, Danielle. There's plenty of Christmas shopping and holiday decorating to do out there.
Plenty to keep us busy. Saturday's the day to do the inside stuff, Bree, because here's the thing. The rain is going to move back in for the start of the weekend. Until then, we have a quiet stretch these next couple of days. You need to do any outdoor decorating, good time to do it. 34 in Boston right now, 32 in Worcester. Notice most communities are running 30 to 35 degrees this morning. Not too bad. I mean, this time of the year, we can start in the teens, the single digits, and temperatures won't go up all that much this afternoon. But there is bright sunshine, so that's the good news. Sunrise coming up at 6:57 this morning. Grab the shades as you head out the door. Just a couple afternoon clouds will be up around 40 degrees through lunchtime today, topping out in the upper 30s to lower 40s here. Quiet and chilly heading into the ride home with the sunset at 4:12. One more quiet day tomorrow, and then we'll talk about a little wet weather for the weekend coming up. But first, traffic and weather together. Catherine.
All right, thank you, Danielle. It is just about 6:02 right now. Taking a look at our roads, the right lane of 128 South is still blocked at the Braintree split. This is all because of an accident there. We're also seeing a 10-minute delay on the expressway north between the split and Neponset Circle. So keep that in mind if that's part of your morning commute.
And breaking news right now, an al-Qaeda group in Yemen threatening to kill an American hostage kidnapped last year. This is 33-year-old Luke Summers. Summers is a photojournalist who was born in Britain, but he's an American citizen. The video includes a statement by an al-Qaeda leader warning the U.S. government to meet their demands or Summers will meet an inevitable fate. Summers gives a brief statement asking for help and saying his life is in danger.
Developing this morning, thousands of people pouring into city streets all over the country protesting a grand jury decision not to indict a white police officer in the chokehold death of an unarmed black man in New York City. Now, this scene, a familiar one, coming right after about a week after a similar controversy and a grand jury decision in Ferguson, Missouri.
Protests so far have been peaceful. Our Chris McKinnon is live on Boston Common, where a group is planning a demonstration later today. Chris?
Yeah, good morning, Bree. Well, that group is definitely planning on having this protest here on the Boston Common in reaction to the Staten Island grand jury's decision not to indict that police officer who put Eric Gardner in a chokehold, and that resulted in his death. And they plan on doing it at 7 o'clock tonight, right as the city lights its tree.
Indict, convict, send the killer cops to jail.
This was the scene hours after the Staten Island grand jury decision. Manhattan streets full of protesters demanding justice.
I did not sell nothing.
This video from last summer shows New York City police trying to arrest 43-year-old Eric Garner, who pleaded his case with officers saying he broke up a fight and wasn't selling illegal cigarettes.
I told you the last time, please leave me alone.
Gardner appears to resist when Officer Daniel Pantaleo, the officer in the green shirt, takes him down with a chokehold, a move banned by the NYPD in 1993. Gardner died after the incident. His death ruled a homicide because of the takedown, but that wasn't enough to convince the grand jury, which decided not to indict Pantaleo.
I don't know what video they were looking at. Evidently, it wasn't the same one that the rest of the world was looking at.
That's Gardner's mom reacting to the news.
He should be here celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything else with his children and his grandchildren. And he can't. Why? Because a cop did wrong.
Gardner's family is already planning on going ahead with a $75 million wrongful death lawsuit. Also tonight, about 4,000 people on Facebook say that they plan to show up to the local demonstrations here during the Christmas tree lighting on the Boston Common. We're live in Boston this morning. Chris McKinnon, WBZ News.
Right now, Officer Daniel Pantaleo remains on desk duty pending the outcome of an internal police investigation. Shortly after the grand jury decision, Officer Pantaleo released a statement that read in part, quote, "I became a police officer to help people and to protect those who cannot protect themselves. It is never my intention to harm anyone, and I feel very bad about the death of Mr. Garner." Because of protests like the ones happening across the country overnight and in Ferguson last week, New York City is speeding up efforts to equip their police officers with body cameras. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says officers could be wearing the cameras as early as Friday. He hopes they will provide a sense of accountability and transparency.
New this morning, a warning from the Centers for Disease Control this flu season. The flu shot is less effective this year because the current flu virus has mutated. Even though this year's vaccine is not as protective, the CDC is still recommending that you get it.
A suspected drunk driver accused of hitting and killing a 7-year-old girl in Springfield will be back in court this morning to face an additional charge of motor vehicle homicide. This after the young girl died of her injuries. Police say 48-year-old Sandra Zemtsova hit the little girl, her mother, and an 8-year-old cousin as they crossed the street from the library on Monday. Zemtsova already pleaded not guilty to lesser charges, and this morning we are hearing the girl's mother and cousin are now in stable condition.
6:06 right now. It's day 2 in a death penalty hearing for convicted killer Gary Lee Sampson. Sampson was convicted in federal court, but his attorneys say he should not face the death penalty because it has been abolished by the state of Massachusetts. Sampson confessed to killing 2 men in Massachusetts and a 3rd in New Hampshire.
It's a scene we've seen many times, a backup in the Tip O'Neill Tunnel while it caused a chain reaction crash during the morning commute yesterday. We asked Mass DOT what can be done to prevent this from happening again. Our Nicole Jacobs is live in Boston with a closer look at the options they're now considering. Nicole?
Bree, you know this area is definitely one for a very rough rush hour commute. You can see here behind me, it's already starting to pick up. You add a couple of fender benders and it's almost unbearable. But MassDOT says they are trying to make it better for drivers.
Video from inside the O'Neill Tunnel shows what can happen. Wednesday morning, 2 crashes, 15 cars, a 3-mile backup, and a couple of injuries.
I certainly can't drive because I've got a flat tire.
Not uncommon, but also not easy to deal with. And it appears this tunnel in particular has the numbers to back up the problems, with 22 times more accidents than in the Callahan and Sumner tunnels combined.
People are trying to make split-second decisions on which lane to be in, and that seems to be confusing.
From an engineering standpoint, the state is trying to pave an easier way.
We recently awarded 3 contracts to lighting manufacturers to build and prototype new LED light fixtures.
That plus new signage and rumble strips, but perhaps at some point drivers should also take note.
The speed limit in the tunnel is 45 miles an hour, so that, at the posted speed limit, the tunnel is safe to use.
The cause of Wednesday's crash undetermined for now, but small tweaks on everyone's part could make all the difference.
MassDOT also says many Massachusetts drivers will see the speed limit and automatically add 10. But he says the speed limit is one thing they are not going to adjust, citing 45 is safe and manageable for the tunnel. We're live in Boston. Nicole Jacobs, WBZ News.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Safety concerns in the O'Neill Tunnel is the topic of our Daily Talker. What do you think can be done to make sure your drive is safer? Join the conversation at cbsboston.com. Tweet us with the hashtag WBZTalker, or you can post to our Facebook site. We'll read your comments coming up in the next half hour.
Right now, the owner of 3 stolen plow trucks is offering a $5,000 reward to get them back. The trucks were taken over 2 days from Morin Landscaping in Manchester, New Hampshire. Each is valued at around $50,000. If you have information on these trucks, there is a number on your screen there that you can call. A Carlisle man accused of attacking a 74-year-old woman, an airport security worker at Logan, has been ordered to stay away from the airport unless he's traveling. 53-year-old Eric Brandhorst is charged with assault for going after the worker when she told him his carry-on bag was too big. Brandhorst admits he made a mistake.
It's a malaria diagnosis for a man who was tested for Ebola at Mass General Hospital. Doctors say he recently came back from Liberia. They tested him in Atlanta and he didn't have any symptoms, but by the time he got to Boston, he had a fever. The man is isolated at Mass General, and they tested him for Ebola, but those results came back negative yesterday. Doctors are giving him medication for malaria.
Happening today, late Boston Mayor Tom Menino will be remembered for his legacy of community service. The Salvation Army will give Menino its Others Award during an annual luncheon. Menino worked with the Salvation Army to provide backpacks and school supplies to thousands of children in need and supported community centers in low-income neighborhoods throughout his historic 20 years in office. Also today, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will be in Boston. Mrs. Clinton will speak at the 10th Annual Massachusetts Conference for Women this afternoon at the Boston Convention Center. Also, Academy Award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o will speak as well.
Right now, final preparations are underway for the first unmanned test launch of the New Orion space capsule. Liftoff is scheduled for 7:05 this morning. The flight will take about 4.5 hours to test out all those kinks. NASA hopes Orion will help them get one step closer to putting humans on Mars.
So cool.
I will not volunteer for that mission.
I know, right? Should be a brave soul for that. Well, new this morning, a daring rescue on the ice.
Up next, the race to save man's best friend from freezing water. Plus, the battle over recess, how parents in one local town are now getting a chance to weigh in on a proposed structured recess.
And they're one of the most popular winter boots out there. We are talking about LL Bean, but there's a serious shortage this year who the company is blaming. Coming up, Danielle.
And Catherine, a chilly start out there, running in the 30s for the kids at the bus stop. A lot of sunshine, though, and a quiet end to the week. Then some changes are on the way. We'll talk all about it. Your forecast is coming up.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile. Just taking some clean, fresh air for no sense in staying inside if the weather's fine.
I was born and raised in Portland, Maine. I enjoy the city, and I plan on retiring right here. You know, without the health care, who can retire? This is nothing but corporate greed. These companies make all these promises, and then they don't fulfill them. You want to enjoy your golden years, and now you can't. And there will be no golden years. All we want to do is get back to work. All we want is a fair deal.
A Patriot Place gift card good at great retailers like Charming Charlie, Bath & Body Works, Life is Good, and Eastern Mountain Sports, just to name a few, is the perfect holiday gift for everyone. Patriot Place. Shop for them, dine with us, enjoy the season.
Get set for the season with late Friday and early Saturday savings at Kohl's. Plus, visit Kohl's.com for a friends and family pass and take an extra 25% off when you spend $100 or more. You'll earn Kohl's cash too. Find your yes. Kohl's.
Gifts out there for some Christmas children, but out because hang in my stocking, I can hear you knocking. Is it you, Santa Claus? Sure is dark out, ain't the slightest spark out, just my blacking job.
Right now, receive a holiday credit of up to $3,500 at the BMW Happier Holiday event.
How do you measure a great bank? It's in the storied places and traditions of an institution with the wisdom that brings successful change. Thoughtful leadership, embracing the freshness and color of new traditions and new families with new stories. As Hingham Savings brings community banking to new neighborhoods, in new places, loyalty and trust will be the true measure of our success. Hingham Savings.
Now remember, Mr. Scrooge, we can see them, but they can't see us.
Look how happy they are. Xfinity has the fastest, most reliable in-home Wi-Fi with the most coverage throughout your home for all rooms, all devices, all the time.
Connect us, everyone. Hey, Mr. Scrooge.
That's weird.
Bring power to your presence with the X1 Triple Play for $79.99 a month for a year with 4 times the internet speed. Plus, ask how to get a free Samsung tablet. Hurry, this offer won't last. Call or go online today.
Today's morning message is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts.
A daring rescue on the ice in Maine. A dog fell into a lake in the town of Waterboro yesterday morning, and firefighters found the golden retriever partially submerged when they got there, but they were able to get to the dog using ice suits. Don't worry, the dog is okay, aside from being a little cold and tired naturally.
Poor baby.
Know, right?
Poor little guy.
Just went out to check things out and
just out for a stroll, you know.
At least he, you know, when they got him out, he was walking away. So.
Yeah, he's okay.
I know. Scary.
It's chilly out there, though. At least, you know, we're getting there now. It's one day we're warm, the next day we're cold. So
It was
he's confused.
No kidding. It was 52 yesterday. It was a gradual process, but today will only be in the lower 40s. So yeah, we're back to below normal temperatures here, but at least the sun will be shining. Look at this nice shot of the city of Boston here. You can see a little bit of color on the horizon. Sunrise coming up at 6:57 officially this morning. And it's going to be quiet weather over the next couple of days, even though the temperatures will be a little bit cooler than average. Our average highs should be in the mid-40s for this time of the year. We'll top out in the upper 30s to lower 40s, both today and tomorrow. Now, just so you can kind of plan out your weekend here, some wet weather is going to arrive Friday night, actually, into Saturday. It does look like we'll get a period of some drier weather that comes in for Sunday, though, and then a potential coastal storm may impact us for the beginning part of next week, Monday into Tuesday. There's still a little bit of uncertainty as to how close it's going to track towards New England. If it does track closer, we may be talking about a wintry mix across the interior on Tuesday, so we'll keep you posted on that. Right now, quiet start, but yeah, chilly start. 34 in Boston right now, 32 in Worcester, 33 in both Nashua and Lawrence, and running in the mid-30s for a lot of us from Taunton back down to Falmouth as well. Pretty uniform temperatures. We've got an active west wind. We have clear skies as well, so the sun will be shining this morning. A few more clouds will build in. You can see a couple here through Connecticut, and so we will get a period of some cloudiness through the afternoon. The front that came through yesterday, it's offshore. Behind it now, chilly air, but 2 domes of high pressure are going to be building into the northeast over the next couple of days, providing us with this quiet stretch. There will be a wind that comes in off the ocean tomorrow, though. So what that means for us is this won't be as bright of a start in the morning. We'll get some coastal clouds that will filter the sunshine a bit. It will be a dry day tomorrow, though. And then we're going to track this moisture. There's an area of low pressure coming up from the south. So Friday night, we get some moisture that comes in. I think it'll be mostly rainy here for central and eastern Massachusetts, but it may be cold enough that we start as a brief period of a wintry mix. Freezing rain potentially across the interior Friday night, and then changing to plain rain as we head into late Friday night and Saturday. So Saturday doesn't look like a complete washout. We may get a few kind of lulls in the action, but I would plan on a wet day, kind of a damp, a cool day with rain filling in and even some downpours possible as we head into Saturday evening. Drier air will come in as we head into the second half of the weekend. In the meantime, today, no need to worry about any wet weather. 41, the expected high in Boston, 42 in Norwood, upper 30s north and west of town, so a little bit cooler. Running 42 in Plymouth today, same in Hyannis and New Bedford as well. Overnight tonight, mostly clear skies, 27 downtown, but we'll dip into the low to mid 20s in the suburbs here. Some of the coldest spots drop back into the teens, so a chilly start tomorrow morning, but making a rebound. 35 to 40 degrees with more clouds that will come into the picture. AccuWeather 7-day, we bump it up by about 10 degrees on Saturday, although it will come with some rain. Could be some lingering Cape showers early on Sunday morning. And then late showers on Monday. We'll watch the track of that coastal storm. Could be a wintry mix on Tuesday and a lot of clouds and temperatures in the upper 30s through the middle part of the week. Traffic and weather together, Bree.
All right, thank you very much, Danielle. Checking your time saver traffic now. Route 3 South slows down in Chelmsford. It's stop and go between exits 31 and 29. Then 93 South slow in Methuen starting at exit 46. Volume starting to build in the Stoneham stretch as well. South of town, an earlier accident still causing delays on 128 at the Braintree split. And then Route 3 North slows down from Union Street to Braintree.
New this morning, Target and Kmart are removing the video game Grand Theft Auto 5 from store shelves, but only in Australia. 40,000 people signed an online petition saying the game encourages players to murder women. As of now, the game will still be sold in those particular stores here in the U.S. Honda is expanding an airbag recall to all 50 states over concerns that the airbags can explode. The company will notify customers that their airbags should be replaced. The move by Honda comes after officials for airbag manufacturer Takata testified on Capitol Hill and refused federal regulators' demands for an expanded nationwide recall.
New developments in the battle over recess. As we reported, an elementary school in Stoughton switched to structured recess, meaning kids have to pick what game they want to play before they go outside. Well, now the school committee is planning to use next Tuesday's meeting to address parent concerns. Advocates say structured recess can reduce bullying and increase physical activity. But critics say kids should be free to play however they want. A big expansion is on the menu at Wahlburgers. Celebrity chef Paul Wahlberg tells The Globe he is looking to open 27 more locations of the restaurant that he owns with his brothers Mark and Donnie. The new locations include Florida and New York City. Locally, restaurants in Linfield and the Fenway neighborhood.
Well, it is a piece of clothing that you find on almost every New Englander, but you may not find many LL Bean boots under the Christmas tree this year. LL Bean says up to 100,000 people have placed orders for the company's signature Bean boots, but they won't be delivered till after the holidays. The reason for this, according to the Boston Globe, high school and college students have been scooping them up. And they're back in style.
Those kids these
Blame
days,
those kids.
they get in our way, you know?
They want to be protected from the weather.
Functional. How dare they?
Exactly.
Up next, we've all heard the saying, you snooze, you lose. But now an app is taking that saying literally. Not all bad, though.
Plus, in our next half hour, Tom Brady like you've never seen him before. The ad campaign turning number 12 into quite the office weirdo. Yeah, we'll show you. Stay with us.
What you got cooking? How's about cooking? Hi everyone, we're from Hingham, and we rocked our spelling bee. Yeah!
Thanks so much to those adorable kids from Hingham. Second from the right there is our own Carrie Connolly's son. We want to hear your wake-up message. Get your friends together, get creative, send us a video to help Boston wake up. We show a new one every day at 5 and 6. You can upload them at cbsboston.com/morningmessage.
WBZ's Traffic and Weather Together is brought to you by Dodge.
Loaded with technology, filled with excitement. Hurry to your Dodge dealer for great deals on the 2014 Dodge Durango or visit Dodge.com.
Car crash? Don't know what to do? Get the Stone Cold Guarantee.
Call Jason Stone Injury Lawyers and get the Stone Cold Guarantee.
Sleepies Black Friday deals are being held over.
Get up to half off nearly every mattress in the store. Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, and more. Get our lowest price ever on mattress sets starting at $79 each piece. Save up to $800 on select adjustable sets. Get a free box spring with select models. And best of all, free delivery on Tempur-Pedic and more. Don't miss the final days of Sleepy's extended Black Friday deals. Trust Sleepies, the only mattress professionals.
'Twas the season of giving, and all through the store, the gifts that they want, the ones you look for. From Alex and Ani and Spartina bags, Camellia and Vera and sportswear for Dad. The fashions you love, the looks you adore. Mariposa and Frozen, Hallmark and more. Godiva, Lolita and sparkling decor. Happy gift giving to all from the Paper Store. Gifts and more at over 50 locations in New England. Thepaperstore.com.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens-Corning Basement Finishing System. Did you know installing drywall can take months? But our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-BASEMENT now for a free video and design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens-Corning.
If you've been injured, you need your lawyer to be two things. Somebody you can talk to, who knows what you're going through, and somebody who's got your back, who'll make sure the insurance company treats you right. Nice to you, tough with them. So call today, and we'll get started today. If you've been injured, call Jason Stone Injury Lawyers, 1-800-540-4100.
Tonight, engineers are just as smart as physicists.
Oh, you take that back.
Get ready for a breathtaking battle on The Big Bang Theory.
You shot your spit in my mouth.
Then, when these down-on-their-luck moms hit the jackpot...
Is there any way you'd consider house-sitting for me?
Yes. Life gets a whole lot better.
I just gotta say something, get it off my chest. What? I really want to rob this place.
A new mom.
We're just talking, right?
Right.
I have to put something back.
Right after The Big Bang Theory, CBS tonight.
Welcome back. If the thought of piping hot coffee isn't enough to get you out of bed in the morning, there's a new way to make sure that extra snooze time goes to good use. A new alarm clock app. It's called iCuckoo. Lets you donate money to charity every time you hit that snooze button. That way you can feel maybe a little more productive when you're sleeping in. Well, by the end of the month, the price of your coffee, speaking of coffee, may be going up. Kraft Foods is raising the price of Maxwell House, Javalia, also McCaff, and Euban single-serve K-Cups by about 9%. Kraft says it's because the price of raw materials like coffee beans is going up. And how does free Starbucks sound? Good to you?
This
Sounds
is
good
the
to me.
best story of the day. The Seattle-based company just stole Willy Wonka's idea and has 14 karat gold tickets out, or 14 golden tickets, I should say, out there. Well, it's 10 karat gold, actually.
I was going to say, ooh, they're fancy, too.
They are fancy. Find one, and you get a complimentary food and beverage item every day for 30 years. You can earn chances to win by using Starbucks gift cards or your mobile app through January 5th. And again, the ultimate Starbucks card is your name engraved on a 10 karat gold card. Pretty awesome.
Would you get sick of it?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
No way.
Coffee is like a food group.
Genius marketing,
It is.
I have to say. So many people are going to be doing that. All right, we got a lot more to come in our next half hour.
Including how you can help a local Pop Warner football team get to the national championship. Plus, there could be big news for victims of a deadly meningitis outbreak linked to a Framingham pharmacy. Those stories and more next. Stay with us.
Time Saver Traffic is brought to you by the all-wheel drive Toyota Venza.
Give the gift of confidence this holiday season. For 4 days only at Men's Warehouse, get select designer suits for $169.99, merino sweaters for $39.99, and 60% off select top coats and designer slacks. Confidence in every look. Only at Men's Warehouse.
This holiday season, give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to